Hi friends. So today's wellness minutes are about life after chemotherapy and radiation in regards to mental health. So I put out another video about, how to take care of your body or things that you should consider after chemotherapy and radiation in regards to physical health. But I'd be remiss if I didn't stop and just take a couple minutes and um, acknowledge the mental health aspect of cancer. And so, for those of you who are going through it or who have gone through it, or for those that know someone going through it and they want to be supportive, I just wanted to explain a little bit what's happening. So, first of all, there's a whole gamut of emotions that happen when you're diagnosed because there's a huge guilt aspect of what life choices did I make and what did I do to maybe bring this on, or what could have I done differently, and all sorts of that really wreaks havoc on your mind. And then there's fear associated with it, right? As far as like, am I going to make it through this journey all right? And how am I going to be differently? Or how is it going to affect me or my family, my loved ones, things like that. But from a physical aspect, there's a lot of things that happen from the actual effects of the chemotherapy, and they can for a couple different reasons. First of all, it can change memory is a big one. It can make you really, people have a really hard time with their memory, so it changes their life a little bit. Um, Basically how you remember things, so your pathways in which you form memories. So that's a struggle sometimes. And then also there is a change in some neurochemistry that can, block some of the feeling good chemicals that are coming in your body, and therefore turn things around and inhibit some of those neurotransmitters. So that's a physical, repercussion sometimes of chemo. And then also, it can be hormonal. So, like in my situation, I was in my early 30s and it really played a number on my hormones. It stopped all of those hormonal functions in regards to sex hormones. So, that can really wreak havoc on your emotions and your physical health. And that's not specific to women either. And it's not specific to a certain time in your life, because all of these hormones are active in us and they play a big part in our emotions. So, it's not uncommon for there to be, a 65-year-old man also going through depression or anxiety because of some sex hormones that have been blocked or triggered because of his individual chemotherapy. It's not necessarily specific to, childbearing women age. So that can be another reason. But I wanted to say that it takes a while afterwards to readjust. And so, whichever avenue you choose to try to help with your depression or anxiety, it's not that much different than anyone else that suffers with anxiety or depression. It just might be that the onset happens very quickly with the chemotherapy, almost like, a light switch. That's how it was for me. Very quickly, made me feel very isolated. So, if you know someone that's going through these emotional times, just to be patient with them. They are likely not recognizing their own mind or body at this time. And so they're struggling to try to get a grip on not just, how they're feeling physically, but how they're feeling mentally and how they're coping. Because there are physical things happening in the body that they can't see, that you can't see, that's changing the way their mind is working. And there's also a lot of different factors that are coming into play as far as how they are feeling. So your support and patience with yourself, and if you're someone else that's supporting someone, your support and patience with them is super appreciated. And just be mindful that this too shall pass. These are challenging times, but they will come back around. And you may not be the same person you were going in, but that doesn't mean you're going to be a lesser version than who you were. In fact, you may like the person you are better coming out the other side of it. And to watch someone go through a transition like that can be a really beautiful thing too. So just food for thought. Stay healthy, friends.